Wow. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our channel, which is Concanto.23. Today, Anthony and I want to delve into a crucial and often overlooked aspect of education, which is teaching children important life skills that go beyond traditional academics. And as I had said, this week we are just going to give you a lot of stories. So if you really love stories, this is the week for you. And I hope you enjoy, because today we are going to talk about Alex. I'm going to read to you a story about Alex. So stay very keen and just listen. Today I only need your ears and listen. So once upon a time in a small town, there lived a boy named Alex. Alex was a bright and curious young child, always eager to learn new things. However, he realized that many of the things he was most curious about were not taught in school. He wondered why subjects like taxes, coding, personal finance, insurance, basic home repairs, self-defense, survival skills, social etiquette, public speaking, finance, car maintenance, and stress management were not a part of his formal education. So one day, Alex overheard his parents discussing some financial difficulties that they were facing. They were struggling to understand their taxes and manage their personal finances effectively. Seeing his parents stressed, Alex decided to take matters to his own hands. So he started by researching the importance of understanding taxes. He learned about how taxes fund vital public services and infrastructure, and how they affect individuals and businesses. So he realized that by teaching children about taxes, they could grow up with a better understanding of their financial responsibilities and the impact they have on the society. So next, Alex delved into the world of coding. He discovered that coding was not just about creating websites or apps, but it also fostered critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity. He saw how coding skills were in high demand in the job market, and by learning coding at a young age, children could open up endless opportunities for themselves in the future. As Alex continued his journey of self-education, he realized that personal finance was interconnected with all aspects of life. He learned how to budget, save, and invest wisely. So by understanding personal finance, he saw how individuals could have more control over their financial well-being and make informed financial decisions, or informed general decisions. So the importance of insurance also caught Alex's attention. He discovered that insurance protected people from unexpected events, offering them security and a peace of mind. So understanding the different types of insurances and how to choose the right coverage became vital knowledge for him. So while learning about basic home repairs, Alex discovered that simple fixes could be done independently, saving time and money. He saw how valuable it was to have the skills to handle minor repairs and maintenance around the house. So concerned about personal safety, Alex began exploring self-defense techniques and survival skills. He understood that knowing how to protect oneself and handling emergency situations was crucial in an unpredictable world. So social etiquette and public speaking were areas where Alex realized many people struggled. He recognized that effective communication was vital in building relationships and succeeding in interviews and expressing oneself confidently. So learning social etiquette and public speaking skills empowered individuals to navigate social situations with grace and make a positive impression. Alex soon discovered the significance of car maintenance. He learned how to change a tire, perform routine checks, and handle common car issues. This knowledge not only saved money on mechanical fees, but also ensured that he could travel safely and maintain his vehicle's longevity. Aware of the increasing stress levels among the people, especially children, Alex researched stress management strategies. He discovered techniques such as mindfulness, meditation, and exercise that could help individuals cope with stress and maintain their mental well-being. So motivated by his newfound knowledge, Alex started organizing workshops and classes for other children in his community. He shared what he had learned, empowering them with essential life skills. Through these classes, children gained confidence, financial literacy, and a broader set of capabilities that they might not have learned within the confines of traditional education. As the years went by, Alex's efforts began to make significant impact. Children grew up equipped with the necessary tools to navigate the complexities of life. The town thrived as its citizens became financially responsible, skilled in various trades, and confident communicators. So Alex's vision of comprehensive education system came alive, where children were prepared not just for academic success, but for life itself. So the story of Alex teaches us that by incorporating subjects such as taxes, coding, personal finance, insurance, basic home repairs, self-defense, survival skills, social etiquette, public speaking, finance, car maintenance, and stress management in education, we raise a generation of well-rounded individuals primed for success, resilience, and personal growth. So once again, today, as I had said, we are going to talk about teaching children the importance of life skills that go beyond traditional academics. Anthony, how did you find this story?
Oh, the story was so good. I really wanted you to proceed on, but unfortunately, the story was a short fiction story. But it's a great story that as parents we need to observe because these basic skills that we sometimes we really don't want our children to do them. They're very important. When you mentioned about Alex learning about the importance of coding, personal finance, car maintenance, and the stress management, all these things are very important that we need to teach our children when they are still young. So we believe that equipping children with a well-rounded education prepare them not only for academic success, but also for real life situations. You remember yesterday we were talking about issue to do with emotional intelligence. And these other things like social etiquette is something that a child should have so that they can have that respect to others in the community. So that's why we want to emphasize the importance of teaching subjects like taxes, coding, personal finance, insurance, basic home repair, self-defense, survival skill, social etiquette, public speaking, finance, car maintenance, and stress management. And that's why my partner here, Luisa, came up with the personal finance online classes, which I would like to advise you as parents is good, something that you need to register in, so that your child also to grow with the personal finance skill, to know how to manage their finances. And the registration is still open. Yeah, at the end of this video, Luisa is going to give you an email. Please register, and your children will have this basic skill, which is very important. Anyway, Luisa.
Wow. This story is really interesting because it just reminded me of a friend of mine I met today, and he was like, I saw you guys have classes for children on finance. And I'm like, yeah. Have you gotten any children? And I'm like, yeah, we have some. So how does this work? And I was telling him, you as the parent must also be present because you are the one with that child on the ground. So we give you knowledge. you teach your children together with your children. So most of the practical work, since it's a virtual meeting, you are the one who is present. And he's like, okay, so how does this work? And I tell him, first, you start with a piggy bank. That's how you start teaching and training your kids finance at a young age. So he's like, okay. And I tell him, you also teach them why. And I go ahead and tell him, why do you think the white people really encourage their children, or people abroad? You find that children come up with different ideas, like lemonade stands and whatever, cakes or ice pops. They just sell them, and they save that money. Or you tell your child, so we want to do this, you save, and whatever you save is what you'll buy whatever you want. And he's like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And then he goes ahead and says, so it's also good to train your kid to use a matatu, because it's one way of saving. What if the fuel is so high they won't move around? And he's like, okay. So we also train them to board matatu and also buy them a car. And I'm like, no, that's why you're training them their personal finances so they can buy their own stuff. And you as a parent should not rely on your child, because you will just end up a frustrated person in the future. So let me get back to today's subject. You find that these subjects may not be a part of usual curriculum. You find that finance is not a topic that is taught in schools. Besides the 1+1, how money looks like in our maths classes, it's a subject that is not taught in classes. So parents are advised, we as parents, it's our responsibilities to teach our kids on the finance topic. And now that we are here, we are here to help our kids and give them this knowledge that they're not able to get at school. You find that things like money, just like you say, changing a tire, unless CBC has introduced that, which I haven't seen any person being taught how to change a tire, insurance, etc. It's something that we as parents should do it on the side, because as I had said, these subjects may not be part of the usual curriculum, but they are fundamental in helping children develop into confident, self-sufficient, and responsible individuals. So let's start with the taxes, Anthony. Why do you think it's important for children to have a basic understanding of taxes?
Yeah, that's a great question. And taxes are a vital part of the society. Having a grasp of how they will work will empower children to make informed financial decisions and understand the responsibility of being a citizen. By introducing them to this concept at a young age, we can foster financial literacy and create a more informed generation. You know, of recently when in Kenya we were looking, they were talking about taxes, you know, it got some people shocked because they really don't really understand where does the government get money? And when they introduced this issue with the bill, the financial bill, and it made many people to get shocked. So, you know, when we understand the aspect of taxes, we'll not have even problem in submitting taxes, and also because we'll be like being driven to be a great citizen for our community. Thank you, Lisa.
Wow, that is absolutely true. So let's move on to coding. What are your thoughts on why coding should be incorporated into children's education?
Well, yes, that's a very great question, Luisa. Coding is more than just a technical skill. You know, I used to think that when I introduce my girls into coding class, maybe it's something that is going to be a bit difficult. It needs maybe somebody who has passed 18 years, but it's not just a technical skill. It teaches children problem solving, logical thinking, and creativity. You know, our cognitive is very important. So when we have the practical part of stuff, then it made us to know how to solve some problem that is affecting us socially and even academically, and societal problem and many other things. So it's not just a technical skill. So in today's digital world, coding is becoming increasingly essential across various industries. So by introducing coding early on, we are opening doors to endless possibility and helping children develop the skill they need for future success. Remember that we have people in Africa and they're working here in the United States. We have people in Germany and they're working here in the United States. So especially when you have the skill with coding, so once they will have completed their high school, they can still earn money other than just being there depending on you as a parent. Anyway, Lisa, continue.
Wow, I love the way you're explaining everything because I'm also learning something. So why do you think it's very crucial to teach children about managing their finances effectively?
Wow, that's a good question, Lisa, about personal finances. That's a great thing. It's a key life skill that set the foundation for a successful and financially stable adulthood. You know, many times in our videos, I remember we do say that, you know, some of us, we didn't know really about money and how to use that money, how to invest that money, why money is not stagnant. You know, like you have money today, tomorrow you don't have it, has gone to another person. So, you know, like someone was talking about that if they give a $2 million or $2 million, every person to be given $2 million, and then they give them 6 months, you'll find that we'll still have the poor people in the community because some people will misuse that money. They're not going to utilize the money the way they're supposed to utilize. So for us, if we have that great foundation for successful in personal finances, we're going to have a stable adulthood. So by teaching children about budgeting, saving, investing wisely, we empower them to make informed decisions and avoid common financial pitfalls. It is about setting them up for lifetime of financial independence and security, so that even like if you are raising girls, they're not going to depend on people to give them money so that they mess up their life, because they will know how to get money by themselves by working hard and also by saving for a major things that they want to purchase.
That's absolutely true. Not only girls, but kids, either male or female, because you find that when a kid is lazy or they're just seated, when they join campus, they engage in very weird behaviors. And that's why you hear there are so many sponsors or sugar mummies, or how can I call them? Yeah. In general, they're just sponsors. And it makes children just lose their focus, waste themselves. So the moment you educate your kid earlier enough on these issues, you are just giving them a very nice or a great platform in their life. And this makes them grow up knowing that you have to work hard for yourself, you have to work hard for your family, you have to work hard to get things or to achieve. But you don't have to like depend on people, you don't have to depend on men or women to get finances, or you don't have to make or earn money through weird and how can I call them, funny ways, you know. And I think what you've said is really true and absolutely correct and true. So allow me to just touch on insurance and basic home repairs. Why should children be educated in these areas?
Wow, this is a good question. You know, when we understand insurance as children, you know, it will help a child to recognize the importance of protecting their asset and mitigating risk. like for example, if you have something and you have insured it, then in case it broke down or it has an issue, then you can still get another thing. So you'll not go and purchase that thing again, or you're not going to have stress about the thing that it just broken. So by teaching children about different type of insurance and how it works, we set them up to make informed decision when it comes to their future needs. Similarly, basic home repair equip children with practical skill that promote self-sufficient and enable them to handle minor fixes on their own, ultimately saving them time and money. You know, like for example, have you ever seen someone crying? Like I remember there's a time I was in the highway, and there's this girl, you know, she had never experienced a flat tire. So the car had a flat tire, and she just put the car aside and she was crying. And I remember some of our colleagues, I had to go and help her how to fix the car because she doesn't know that she need to call 911, the police to come and help her, or to call the insurance, because she's totally unaware about things that she should know. So that's very important for us to know how to handle some minor fixes. It doesn't matter that you are either female or male. We can all do this thing. You know, what a man can do, even a female can do it more better. So when we equip all our children to know these things are basic important, then we will be helping them also to save money. Lisa?
Generally, let's just say exposure is good for our children and ourselves. Yeah, that is the one. You don't have, let me say this. I remember there's this auntie of mine. She used to say, you are born in this village. Let me use an example of Vihiga. You were born in Vihiga County. You have gone to school in Vihiga County, college Vihiga County. You're working in Vihiga County. You marry in Vihiga County. Everything of yours is in Vihiga County. How will you even know an omelette? She would ask that. How will you even know an omelette? So because you're not exposed, you won't know an omelette because you're just used to Vihiga County. It is ugali and boga, or in the morning you eat maize or something else. So when you come to the city and you hear of omelette, you're like, what is an omelette? So how will you know an omelette if you're not exposed, if you don't have exposure? You know, it's good to get exposure. Sometimes just get your kid even out of the village, or your sister's kids. Just let them visit the city. I remember a friend of mine told me there were these kids who visited their place, and they lived from the interior part. So when they got to the road while they were coming to Nairobi, they were even wondering and they were shocked.
Yeah.
Their roads, they're like, wow, because they're not exposed. So let's move on to self-defense and survival skills. Why do you think they should be taught to children?
Okay, yeah, that's a great thing. Self-defense and survival skill empower children to navigate the world with confidence and prepare them to handle emergency situations. It is about building their self-esteem, promoting personal safety, and ensuring they have the knowledge to protect themselves and others. In an unpredictable world, these skills provide them with a sense of security and resilience, because nowadays you don't know who you are going to meet, either maybe even someone pretending to be your friend or many other things. So when we have the skill about self-defense, then you can be able to do what? To defend yourself. You know, like the other time I was telling my wife that I want to start teaching these kids how to walk with confidence, because that's another part of self-defense. Because you know, when you even if you are your tiny body, and the way you walk confidently and the way you talk confidently without fear, without being naive, you know, you make you show that you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, so nobody's going to attack you. So self-defense is very important, especially in this time. whereby it's very unpredictable. You don't know whom you're going to meet. So first of all, we will start with making them to be strong, confident in the way they talk, in communicate, or the way they walk, in also protecting them when they're talking. Because some people, when they see that you are naive, then they want to press you down.
That's true. And I really love how you're explaining that. And teaching kids about confidence, that is something that I would also support you to do, because that is something I'm also teaching my daughter. And I would encourage every parent to just teach their kids on confidence. You know, they should learn how to accept themselves. Let me just give this example. There was a time I was having these thoughts in my mind. They were just, I was thinking, maybe I'm too skinny. Oh my God, why am I too skinny? But again, I had to tell myself, because I asked myself, what don't you do? Because I eat. So I had to say, that is me. When the body comes, let it come. Whoever has a problem, let me not use the word I wanted to say, but if you have a problem, it's up to you. And that's the same thing I'm training my daughter to walk in confidence, to speak with confidence, to ask with confidence, because that is something that they need to accept themselves, whether big, whether tiny, whether you have half a nose, just accept yourself. So, and everything will be okay, and you'll be comfortable, you'll be happy. Because when you have low self-esteem, that's when you start looking for people's opinions, and you feel inferior before people, and people take advantage of you, and then you find that your kid becomes a people pleaser. And you should have just nurtured it from the word go when they're still young. And you just find that your kid will be okay once you train them all this. So, Anthony, let's shift gears to social etiquette and public speaking. Why are these subjects very important for our kids' development, or our children's development?
Wow, that's a very important thing. You know, when we talk about social etiquette and public speaking, it plays a fundamental role in effective communication and building a strong relationship. You know, when you're teaching children these skills, it helps them to navigate social situations with grace and confidence, making a positive impression on others. These skills are invaluable, not justification. You know, when we talk about like social etiquette, uh, you know, it will help our children also to know how to speak to the people. Like you need to appreciate, you have to use kind words and many other things. And you know, about what we call the communication with confidence, the public speaking. I remember someone was telling me, you know, the moment you wake up from your bed and you step out of your bed, you start by selling yourself. Not selling yourself into evil or stuff, but you start by selling yourself in terms of getting opportunities. Because the way you communicate, the way you present yourself, it will matter who is going to buy you as a product. Because if you are such a person who like using nasty words, and you are such a person who is naive, and you can't talk in public, you can't present yourself well, definitely the people who are going to associate with you will be the people who are not going to lift you up. You know, have you ever seen, like I was reading the story of this Kenyan member of parliament, Jalango, you know, when he went to get the job at Kiss FM, I think it was Kiss FM, or I don't really remember, he didn't have a diploma. But the way he was presenting himself and the way he communicated, he was among the people who were picked and started working at Kiss FM without a diploma. And then he started planning going to school later. So sometimes even this formal education, if you have them and you cannot present yourself well, you cannot communicate with confidence, you don't know where you're going or where you are, then at the end it becomes it can bring some problem. Yeah, I'm saying the time is running, but I really appreciate it's been a good discussion, Luisa, and thank you very much for that topic.
Thank you once again. You know, when you speak of public speaking and etiquette and confidence, I just remember how you were telling me that your daughter was asking someone, how old are you? And and she felt a bit attacked, because you find that that was bold. You find that she's very right, because each time somebody talks to her, you're like, hi, what's your name? And then you ask, how old are you? So you see that kids also learn that. So what you ask a kid, they'll definitely ask you. So what you speak is what your kid, how you carry yourself is how your kid will carry themselves. So I hope today's topic has really been of help to someone. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Concanto23, and just comment at the comment section and we will get back to you. Also, let me remind you, on 30th, that is on Sunday, we have that monthly webinar and we have a guest speaker and you don't want to miss it. So you better be there. And this time we chose Sunday. So 2 p.m. US time, 9 p.m. Kenyan time. So I hope you all are ready for that day. Also, don't forget to grab your copy of the book written by my partner, my colleague, Anthony Odhiambo. That is my pocket friend abroad. If you want to change your money mindset, you better grab your copy right now. Also, don't forget, as we are talking about kids here, we have a kids class. Don't forget to enroll. Just send us an email at concanto@gmail.com and enroll your kid, and let us give your kid that knowledge that they don't get at school. And you will see change. You will be a happy parent. Your kids will be happy kids in the future, and they'll be able to make informed decisions about their finances. Once again, as I finalize, let me just say this. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Concanto23. Also, we hope that you have a nice and lovely time. I was your financial coach, Luisa, and with me here is Anthony Odhiambo, who is our finance expert, not just finance, personal finance expert. So stay tuned. Until next time, we just want to say God bless you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you.